Honest J. Nowak. Oh yeah. A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to HJN. So today, I've got myself a lot of new, material to work with, and I'm certainly going to have a lot of new HJN episodes to come in as a result of all this new stuff that I've been getting. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started with another pretty big subject that I've been getting requests on, and one that I've been holding back for months. Freedom. Of course, if you're not entirely familiar with Freedom Day, the abolition of slavery on the date of June 19th, then you probably would not have noticed that at the same time that we've had ourselves the freedom, the civil rights movement, as well as the Emancipation Proclamation by Abe Lincoln in 1863, then of course you would not have known that America has always stood for freedom, independence, and rights amongst everybody in particular. But of course, some of these same problems that we've had for centuries now, they still continue to linger around society, with people still going around thinking that rights and equality are just jokes and pathetic excuses for others just to live among us. But from the way I see it, my point of view on the whole entire thing itself is that these people out there who are rebels against equality and rights amongst every group, regardless of race, gender, sexuality, creed, or otherwise, it's pretty much a clear cut that these kind of people out here are the ones who should be learning about the differences between freedom then and freedom now. Because times have changed in the ensuing decades that have passed since the civil rights movement took place, and even more so with the Emancipation Proclamation. Because 157 years later, we've still got ourselves people out there who happen to promote segregation amongst most places, especially with these heavily, densely populated cities out there, like Milwaukee, St. Louis, Los Angeles. There are, in fact, a few African American suburban areas that happen to be segregated amongst the larger amounts of whites that happen to be living in some of these cities. Milwaukee in particular, because, wow, let's just say that I've been there myself, and I've pretty much gotten to know exactly how frustrating it must be for an African American to live in a different area and they're not really supposed to be within the general population. Of course, these kind of rules out there are the ones that should be abolished. These new types of segregation rules, even if it's for the safety of others out there who might actually be racist, it's still an idea of a lifetime. That abolition of segregation, because of many different problems that might actually cause even more considerable damage or destruction amongst others, that's the idea right there that should be canceled out. Because, of course, well, we've always wanted to have segregation completely eliminated, but yet it still comes around. So anyone out there who's actually watching this right now and happens to be black or gay or Buddhist or something of the sorts, then, well, just know that I'm Jay Nowak, and I do in fact live not far away from Milwaukee, but knowing that there's people out there who happen to really, really have everything against you, note that I am not one of them. Despite my standpoint of being white and being far away from an African American populace, it's still nothing compared to many other things that people would do. Nothing changes for me. Because of where I live, it really doesn't matter at this point. Note that I have your back at all costs. LGBTs, other races, other genders and the like will always be supported by someone like myself. And I'm pretty sure other people will follow along as well. But in this case, I'm pretty much going to have to go move on because of all this. So if you want to see more, go down to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.